Alright, so let's continue in the house. What kind of person would live in a place like this? Unbelievable. Just look at this room. The stuff in here has to be worth gazillions. This must be the top floor that Bruno spoke of. So we might be standing in the same room as the Golden Apple at this very moment. I've been waiting for you two.
It's you! Ah! What's this? What's going on here?
My boy, what you see here is the Golden Apple herself.
You're the Golden Apple? Professor, you knew about this? I had an inkling. Don't you see how genius it is, though? The Baron didn't write the will to find a successor to his fortune. His true aim was to find a worthy guardian for his daughter, and he was willing to put his whole fortune on the line to do so. Yes. My name is Flora. I've been waiting here in the tower for so long. Were you locked up in here the whole time? If you recall in previous parts... Oh no, but before Papa passed, he told me that I should wait here until someone from outside of St. Mystery came for me. Papa said that whoever came for me would be someone I could trust with my life. So that's why you kept watching us move about town. What was that?
What's going on? Oh! Here I come! Ready or not! Follow me! Come now.
Follow me. We must evacuate this tower immediately. What now?
Go ahead without us! I have an idea! We're fine! Go on!
Right!
It's all right, dear. This way.
What are we gonna do? I've got it. Just wait a moment, Flora.
Layton, I'll smash you right out of the sky! No! This isn't over yet, Layton! Just you wait! One day, I will have my revenge on you! Hold tight!
Thank goodness you're all right, Professor. Sorry. Don Paolo's flying contraption was something else. I really thought we were done for back there. Yes, it was all quite dodgy, but he also provided us with the answer to one of our ongoing mysteries. Do you remember that awful noise we heard the first time we visited Reinhold Manor? That spooked Claudia? Oh, so that must have been the noise. You've put it together. The racket was likely Don Paolo's contraption making a crash landing. If that's the case, then we know the approximate time of Don Paolo's entrance into St. Mystery. That makes perfect sense. It figures that Franco wouldn't have noticed Don Paolo's entrance. So if Flora is the golden apple that everyone's been looking for, that means the treasure that Lady Dahlia and the others were chasing never existed in the first place. No, I'm fairly certain they weren't mistaken. I do believe a fortune is hidden somewhere within this town. But the Baron would need to hide it somewhere. Only the golden apple would know to look. You mean that Flora knows where the treasure is hidden? I'm sorry, but I don't know anything. I don't know about a treasure or anything like that. Let's head back to Reinhold Manor one more time. I suspect we'll clear everything up there. Alright, so the noise mystery has been completed. And that's it. The golden apples hasn't been solved yet. Oh well. Professor, do you really think the treasure could be located here? Look closely at the painting, Luke. I'm sure it holds the key to the Reinhold fortune. But I've already looked at it. If we solve this mystery, Luke, I'm certain we'll come face to face with the Reinhold treasure. Touch the painting where the golden apple is hidden. Alright, so basically, during that cutscene, we were given a clue as to where the mark of the golden apple was on Flora. If you remember where it was, well, it's right here. I remember now. It's right here. Aha! A hidden switch. The switch seems to activated the wall. Ta-da! And to think that Reinhold Manor held the secret behind this painting all along. It looks like there's a passage that leads farther in. Oh. Let's see where this passage goes. Sorry. Ay, Chihuahua. Oh my goodness, look at this place. I had no idea. Now, how in the world did you know that switch was hidden in the painting? Listen closely, Luke. Wisdom wasn't the only thing Baron Reinhold required of potential guardians for his only daughter. You saw it too, did you not? That a peculiar mark on her neck that only appeared once she laughed. In other words, Baron Reinhold set out one last requirement for the potential inheritor to his fortune. He wanted someone who could make Flora smile again after losing those dear to her. To that person, and that person only, Baron Reinhold revealed the location of his actual fortune. That's unbelievable, Professor. But it all makes sense now. Flora. My little Flora. Where's that voice coming from? Flora. You've made it here at last. That voice. Papa, is that you? Papa. My dear Flora. Has the village watched over you as I would have? I built St. Mystery for you, so that you would never have to know true loneliness. Well, to be fair, Bruno did actually did the actual building, but that's beside the point. In any case, if you've come this far, I suppose it's safe to assume my plan was a success. My greatest regret is that I'm not there to see you become a young woman. But please know that I want nothing more than for you to be happy. Whether the person by your side now can give you that or not is up to you, I suppose. And to you who have found your way to my daughter's side, and you have my heartiest congratulations. Few could make it through the barrage of puzzles I set before you. I imagine a person of your abilities has already caught on, but allow me to reveal St. Mystery's secret. The secret of St. Mystery? Recently I was told by my physician that I do not have much time left on this earth. I can come to terms with dying, but the thought of leaving my only child alone in the world torments me. That is why I've commissioned Bruno to construct St. Mystery. At least this way, she'll be safe and protected until she's old enough to venture to the outside world. Streets and buildings are the bones of a village, but its heart is the people who live in it. This is why I asked Bruno to create all villagers here, as well as all the puzzles hidden within them. I've asked Matthew to make news of my death public only once Flora has grown past childhood. So, stranger, how does my beautiful little flower look now? I imagine she's blossoming into adulthood. Not yet, but oh well. Equally important to me is finding someone to whom I can entrust both my daughter and my fortune. This is why the inhabitants of St. Mystery are constantly testing the knowledge of the visitor. If you made it this far, it must mean that you possess both wisdom and dedication to my daughter. I am confident that you will take good care of my fortune and Flora. This is why everything in this room, the whole of my fortune, belongs to you now. Whenever you remove it from here, Saint Mystery will complete the objective for which it was created. I imagine the inhabitants will fall into a deep sleep from which they are never to awaken. Now, just wait a minute. Is he saying that if we take the treasure, all of Saint Mystery will just disappear? I honestly don't know the answer to that question, Luke. But it's possible that Saint Mystery is designed to shut down the instant we lay hand on the treasure. So if that happens, everyone will just stop? Just like puppets with their strings cut? I leave it to you, brave traveler. Draw the curtain on Saint Mystery and lay this lifeless village to rest. Above all else, take care of my precious daughter. She is in your hands now. Oh, Papa. I can't believe it. If we touch this treasure, all of Saint Mystery will just grind to a halt. Flora, by right, this inheritance belongs to you. You should be the one to decide what's done with it. I don't want it. But why ever not, my dear? The people who live here have been with me for so long. Curious as this village is, it watched me grow up. I want Saint Mystery, my village, to stay just as it is, forever. I see. Then so it shall be. But what of you, Flora? Will you stay here with your village? Thus, the golden apple mystery has been solved. So yeah, it turns out Flora is the Baron's most valued treasure. She is the golden apple. Anywho, are you sure that this is quite all right, madam? Certainly. If leaving will make Flora happy, I'd like nothing more than to see her off with a smile.
Goodbye then, little village. What an astonishing village that was, Professor Layton. Does this mean you'll be gracing the front page of the London Times again sometime soon?
No, Luke. Saint Myster's secret must stay between us.
Huh? Why do you say that?
You'll see, my dear boy. We don't want people to make a spectacle of Flora. That wouldn't be right.
Of course. Always thinking of others.
Well, one must always put a lady's needs first. That's what a gentleman does.
So ends the story. All in all, this was a great game. This isn't the first time I've beaten this game. Well, not 100% fully, but at least I got to experience the entire story, which was all that mattered. But for y'all, this was a full 100% completion. At least I hope it was. Man, I hope I didn't forget any of the puzzles. Except for the DLC ones, they don't count. Just so you know, the DLC challenges do not count. The only thing I was in for was all the puzzles within the story, or the game actually. Because keep in mind that there are hidden puzzles everywhere in the village. So I was able to complete all 115, but could have sworn that there was more than that. Seriously, I could have sworn that there was a lot more than that. But anyways, that is it. That is Professor Layton and the Curious Village. And don't worry me, I will go to the get to the other sequels, but just not right now. But all in all, it was a great story. And spoiler on this, only the first 3 games are connected in terms of story. Because the next few games, well, it goes into, how should I put this? Prequel territory, if that's one way of putting it. It goes into prequel territory. But anyways, yeah, that's it. That is Professor Layton and the Giant and the Curious Village. So whenever I get back to this series, it'll be with Professor Layton and the Diabolical Box. However, in London, either in Japan or in Europe, it's known as Professor Layton and the Pandora's Box. At least that's what, if I remember correctly, it should be called Pandora's Box. I'm trying to get a clear memory here. Oh yeah, it is. Professor Layton and Pandora's Box. Though the Diabolical Box sounds more... Oh wow, that is so weird. That is so weird. But here we see... we hear Layton's theme. His theme. But all in all, the music is great. It gave me... I mean, I know this is supposed to be like England, London, England style. But after hearing the accordion, like it felt like it gave off a France style music in a way, because of the accordion. But all in all, I enjoyed the music. I enjoyed it a lot. But I wonder if there's any how should I put this? Any end credit scene, like post credit scene that may lead us into the next game. But yeah, we see a bunch of pictures with all the characters, all the villagers, and I have no idea how long this credit scene is gonna be. I hope it's almost over though. So yeah, Flora is the secret, is the golden apple. She was the treasure everyone was looking for, and it's also revealed that this entire village isn't real. It was just roboticized. Like every villager, with the exception of Flora, is a robot. To be continued in Professor Layton and the Diabolical Box. So yeah, that's one of the scene, well, of the pictures of, well, a scene for the next game, but that's not until much later. It's for later. See if I can save the game here. Though you've reached the story's end, Professor Layton and the Curious Village is far from over. How many puzzles did you solve over your adventure? Precisely 120 puzzles are hidden throughout the town, so why not try to complete every puzzle? Also, be sure to check the bonus sections. Fulfill certain conditions to unlock bonus content. Your game will save now. When you continue, you will resume play at the top of the tower. Save my completed game. Oh, so I guess I was missing 5 puzzles, but the game didn't tell me. The game never told me. Which is weird. Could have sworn that I did all 120. But I don't think these count. Maybe this is just bonuses. Hold on, let's see. But yeah, these are supposed to be like the bonuses. Because if I remember correctly, on the guide that I used in order to beat this game, I did over 115 puzzles. Which is totally weird. I mean, I've got all of the all of the gizmo pieces, and I got all the paint scrappings, or all the paint scraps, which I did. What could be missing? Well, I guess the only thing that's missing is the Golden Apple's house. Well, the Golden Apple house. That's the only place I'm missing to complete all 20, or all 120. 120 puzzles, but oh well, the game is over. I know I said I was gonna find all the puzzles I can find in this game, which I did, but there's a lot more to it, basically because of post-game content. But oh well, that's it. Alright, so thank you for tuning in on this playthrough of Professor Layton and the Curious Village. Whenever I get back to this series, it's going to be with the Diabolical Box. So next time we meet, who's up for some Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney DLC? Oh yeah, we're going back to Phoenix Wright and complete the DLC cases with the first one for Dual Destinies. So that's gonna be, and thankfully I can do this in my own terms. And again, keep this in mind. I'm gonna do my best to keep these videos under an hour short. But after this video, this final part for Professor Layton, I'm gonna have to cut this in half or into multiple parts, however it goes. Alright, so thank you for tuning in on this playthrough of Professor Layton and the Curious Village. Take care, see you next story, and God bless. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, and share with all your family and friends. If you're enjoying my content, consider subscribing to the channel, and don't forget to click that bell to receive notifications for new videos. Take care, and God bless.